Great white shark. Let's start with the obvious, the great white shark. Hollywood has turned this creature into a true villain of the seas. And look, it's not without reason. This guy can exceed 6 meters in length and weigh more than 2 tons. Its bite, almost 2 tons of force. Bones turn into toothpicks instantly. But brute force isn't even the most impressive thing. The great white shark senses minuscule electrical pulses, like it can even detect your heartbeat hidden beneath the sand. It's like having a metal detector, but for heartbeats. Now here's a truth. Despite its killer reputation, this shark isn't crazy enough to attack everything it sees. Most attacks on humans are just test bites. It's curiosity, not hunger. It's like, whoa, what strange thing is this? Let me take a little bite to see. But when this creature rises from the depths, silent, invisible, man, it's basically a submarine with teeth. But listen, the ocean has even more intelligent and more deadly predators. Orca, the true owner of the territory. Many people call it killer whale, but technically, it's a giant dolphin. At first glance, it even seems friendly, right? Black and white, kind of cute, but behind that little smile is one of the most intelligent predators that ever existed. Unlike sharks, orcas don't hunt alone. They hunt in family groups led by the mothers. And man, they hunt with real strategy. They create giant waves to knock seals off ice blocks. They make coordinated ambushes to trap schools of fish. They deliver precise blows to paralyze rays. And look at this absurdity. They attack sharks by flipping them upside down, inducing a type of coma. Is this serious? This isn't brute force. This is chess played underwater. Orcas communicate with unique calls. Each group has its own dialect. They teach their young hunting tricks, passing knowledge from generation to generation. It's real culture in the land of whales, the orcas. And look at the plot twist. Despite the scary name, attacks on humans in nature are practically non-existent. To them, we're neither prey nor threat, but for everything else in the ocean, they're relentless executioners. The orca doesn't just kill, it orchestrates. They're the generals of the ocean, and when a group of orcas arrives, the entire sea falls silent. Tiger shark, the garbage dump with fins, the garbage truck of the ocean. This creature doesn't hunt with criteria, it eats anything. License plates, tires, birds, turtles, if it fits, it's lunch. Scientists have already found even car parts inside the stomachs of these guys, like literally automobile parts. At almost 5 meters striped like a tropical prisoner uniform, this shark is basically an assassin disguised as a fish. Its jaws are serrated, like a chainsaw, perfect for breaking shells, bones, whatever comes. And there's a crucial difference. While the great white shark generally takes a bite and retreats, the tiger shark doesn't hesitate. It bites and keeps biting. This persistence makes it number 2 in attacks on humans worldwide, right after the great white. Congratulations, silver medal in terror. And here's the worst part. While most sharks stay in the depths, the tiger shark patrols shallow waters. That's right, those waters where you're floating on your pink inflatable flamingo. So if you see stripes gliding beneath you in the tropics, it's not decoration, it's your last warning. Mako Shark, the missile of the ocean. The guided missile of the ocean is the fastest living shark, reaching speeds above 70 kilometers per hour. That's highway speed with teeth, metallic blue, torpedo body. The Mako is pure efficiency. Every fin, every muscle screams one thing: speed kills. The eyes are empty black, the teeth thin and curved like a surgical scalpel, designed not just to bite, but to hold the struggling prey. And what's on the menu? Tuna, swordfish, squid, even other sharks. If it moves, it's fair game. Fishermen call it the psychopath shark because, when hooked, the Mako leaps meters out of the water, thrashing like an aquatic acrobat. Seriously, this creature fights even when it's dying. Fortunately, attacks on humans are rare, but when they happen, it's like being hit by a torpedo with blades. If the tiger shark is the garbage truck of the ocean, the Mako is the sports car with an appetite for blood. Hammerhead Shark. The alien, the ET of the shark world with that bizarre T-shaped head. It looks more like a scientific experiment gone wrong than a real predator. But this head isn't decoration, it's a weapon. Hammerhead sharks have 360-degree vision. The eyes on the ends give an almost panoramic view. Nothing goes unnoticed, and those wide sides are full of sensors detecting electrical signals from prey buried in the sand. A ray hidden at the bottom isn't safe. And there's more. Sometimes dozens of hammerhead sharks gather in schools, swimming in synchronized, mysterious movement. Imagine looking up and seeing a fleet of hammers floating above you. Despite the cartoon appearance, hammerhead sharks are serious hunters. Fast, efficient, precise. They may not be the biggest, but in terms of design, they're basically Formula One cars with alien helmets. Strange, but deadly. Saltwater crocodile. The dinosaur that never got the extinction notice. At over 6 meters and weighing more than a ton, this reptile is the largest living crocodilian on Earth. And it doesn't just dominate rivers, it invades the ocean. The bite force is over 1,600 kilograms, the strongest bite of any living animal. Saltwater crocodiles are patient assassins. They stay right below the surface, only eyes and nostrils showing until the prey makes a mistake. Then, explosion, sudden attack, dragging the victim into the famous death roll, spinning underwater until bones break and lungs fill. They eat everything: fish, birds, buffalo, even sharks. That's right, crocodile versus shark isn't fantasy. It happens for real. Humans, definitely on the menu. Saltwater crocodiles are responsible for hundreds of attacks every year. To them, we're just another piece of meat that got too close. Forget the title of King of the Jungle. This is the King of the Coasts, and it doesn't share the throne with anyone. Sperm whale. The giant of the depths, the largest toothed predator on Earth, reaching 20 meters in length and weighing more than 50 tons. This giant is a living submarine, but instead of torpedoes, it carries a biological weapon: sound. Sperm whales produce clicks louder than a jet engine, powerful enough to stun prey and perhaps even knock out a diver. They dive deeper than almost any mammal, more than 2,000 meters into the world of crushing pressure and eternal darkness. And down there, they face their greatest rival, the giant squid. Battles so violent that the whales return to the surface marked with suction cup scars as proof. Despite their size, they eat with precision. A sperm whale can consume a ton of squid in a single day. At the surface, they're gentle giants, but in the abyss, they're gladiators, the true kings of the depths. When a sperm whale descends into the darkness, it takes centuries of mystery with it. Proof that the ocean's most deadly battles don't happen where we can see, but in the black silence down there. Giant squid. The kraken is real. For centuries, sailors told stories of tentacles rising from the depths, dragging ships into darkness. And while the legends were exaggerated, the creature behind them is very real. Giant squid can reach over 12 meters in length, more than a school bus. The eyes are among the largest in the animal kingdom, each one the size of a dinner plate, built to see in the black abyss. With tentacles lined with serrated suckers, it grabs prey like a living chainsaw: fish, squid, anything unlucky enough to cross its path. Its greatest rival, the sperm whale. Down in the depths, these two monsters face each other in battles we almost never witness, but the scars on the whales tell the story. The irony is that, despite all the terrifying imagery, the giant squid is rarely seen alive. Most of what we know comes from corpses on beaches or torn from whale stomachs. It's the ultimate paradox, a predator so powerful it inspired legends, but so elusive it still seems like myth. The ocean hides monsters, and this one barely lets itself be seen. Like this content about nature? Subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss the next videos. In the next one, we'll talk about terrestrial predators.